What's up, guys? It is Corey from Super Comic Guru 9000, and welcome to my review of One Piece episode 604. If there's one thing that One Piece definitely excels at, it's building something up, and that's what half of this episode did. It wasn't an awful episode by any stretch of the means, because there was a lot of things that made me laugh, and a lot of things that actually pumped me up towards the end. But the first half of the episode was just dominated by seeing the devastation that was Kine'mon, and you got to see like all of the damage it caused to all of the different parts of Punk Hazard. And they had a lot of these huge wide shots where you get to see that all of the smoke is slowly dissipating. You get to see the results of this attack, and everything's just like encased in that poisonous ash. And what's really funny about this scene is in last week's episode you got to see that Kine'mon and Zoro broke down that door with their sword, and they really fixed that door very easily. They literally just sort of like put it back like a puzzle piece, and then they just like nail some wood and some other stuff to it, and boom, it's fixed. It's a pretty easy fix, but it's not really that big a deal. But this is really where the big parts of the episode start to come into play. Essentially, this is all set up to get to see where all of our different characters are going to go and what their motivations are going to be here. First and foremost, all the Marines, they don't really give a crap about any of the pirates. They sort of hate them for the fact that they broke the door down and they had to repair it themselves. And there's a lot of really big tension in the room. That is until Law finally comes in and he decides to sort of settle everyone down. And he lets them know that he has this really big plan where he essentially gives them 2 hours to go and get those kids and take them to this secret facility that's in the middle of the giant labs that will allow them to escape back to the ocean. What I love about the scene is all the Marines are like, "Fuck you, that plan sucks." But then Smoker comes up and he essentially just repeats the same thing, and they're all like, "Awesome, that sounds like a good idea." And it looks like that Sanji's greatest paradise is finally over. As you can see, that Law actually switches both of their bodies back into place. And of course Nami punches the crap out of Sanji. She realizes that he's wearing a completely different new outfit, and that he's probably taken a few peeks and probably a few grabs. So ultimately the episode is just getting ready to see everybody get ready to fight. Law's getting ready to go do his thing. He's going to try to take down pretty much the entire facility. You have Smoker, who's specifically going to be going after Virgo, and Tashigi's going to be quickly in tow with him. And then you have all the Straw Hat Pirates who are going to be trying to save all of the children and try to get Caesar Clown and escape from this facility. What I really love about the scene is Luffy has some weird plan with Robin. I'm not quite sure what it is yet. And what's really interesting is as Luffy is starting to run away, Zoro is starting to like kind of doubt himself a little bit when he hears that Luffy was losing to Caesar Clown, and then that's when he's like, you know what, screw this, and he starts like walking forward, just taking out Marines left and right, and then he just screams at Luffy to basically like, get a hold of your shit, we're in the new world now, I want you to give it all you got. So Luffy pumps himself up to get serious, and he pulls out a really serious technique, let me tell you. He does this Gomu Gomu no UFO technique, where essentially he's a spinning top, and he just rolls over all of the different people in the lab suits and everything. It's a really goofy scene, and that's kind of where the episode ends, with him making his way towards Caesar Clown's lab. So there it is. Pretty decent episode of One Piece. I'd say it's definitely in the middle ground, but there were some things that I really liked, so I'm just going to give it a 7 this week. But like I said, there were a lot of things I liked. Like, I loved all the humor and everything. There was this one joke with Brook that I thought was hilarious, where he was using his soul abilities to look out the door to see how the Shinakune technique was, like, destroying everything. And then when he finally came back, he was telling everyone how afraid he was with his, like, creepy skull soul, like, floating above his body. And all the Marines are like, dude, you're more terrifying than that. But on the whole, the episode was pretty decent. The animation was spotty most of the time, to be perfectly honest. But there were moments towards the end, especially the Zoro scene, that was really well animated, especially his facial expressions. And Zoro's just a badass. I really want to see him go crazy again. And I like this because he's actually going to pump Luffy up a little bit more. And it seems like in the next episode, the action is definitely going to ramp up. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. So 7 out of 10 this week. Not a great episode, but it wasn't awful either. A lot of really great humor. The type of stuff that I actually do appreciate from One Piece. So, how did you guys feel about this week's episode? Do you have any favorite moments? You can let me know with your comments below. And you guys know the drill. Before you leave, thumbs up the video. It's one of the best ways to support our videos. Speaking of videos, make sure and check out my latest review on Attack on Titan, episode 14. It's a really, really awesome episode. If you want to hear my thoughts about it, make sure and check it out. It might change your life. It might not. I don't know. Whatever. The point is, make sure and check it out, and make sure and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. We will see you next time, guys. Super Comic Guru 9000. Out.